Hello again, everyone. This is Patrick Pinto from BC Solutions, and today we have the pleasure and opportunity to do a LinkedIn Zoom interview with one of our premier clients and friends, Ralph Schwartz, the owner and operator of CertaPro of Merrik. How are you today, Ralph?
I'm good, Patrick. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. For everyone watching, tell us a little bit about CertaPro of Merrik and what really kind of makes you guys unique.
Well, CertaPro is the largest and most referred painting contractor in the country, right? CertaPro has been painting houses and offices in the US and Canada for 25 years, but it's all franchised, right? So there's 300 and something guys like me all across the country that own their little piece of the CertaPro world. We are CertaPro of Merrik, based in Merrik, New York. We cover the entire South Shore of Long Island. So although we belong to the CertaPro system, every franchise is a little bit different, right? It depends on the franchisee, depends on how you develop your business, the team that you're able to establish, and the services that you provide. CertaPro of Merrik does everything, right? So we go interior, exterior, residential, commercial, cabinet refinishing, floor resurfacing and refinishing, sheetrock installation, wallpaper up, wallpaper down. I like to tell people if it's not breathing or moving, we can paint it, coat it, refinish it, resurface it, stain it. Any surface in your home or office, we can address, rehab, refinish as you desire to help beautify your space, either for your guests at home or your clients and staff in your office.
Very interesting. So you really become a one-stop shop then. You're able to handle multi projects.
Yes. And because of our relationships in the industry, I mean, when I go to someone's home and they want to refinish their existing cabinets, typically they're trying to find a cost-effective way to rehab and redo their kitchen without a huge construction project. That said, we can also get involved with we'll do the cabinets, but we can also bring in guys to retile the backsplash, to reinstall countertop, which we can do for a bathroom, we can do for a kitchen, anything that's surface, electrical, plumbing, we don't do. If you want to relocate your sink, relocate your toilet, we're out.
Now, let me ask you a question. You talked about having all these franchises throughout the country. Your franchise in particular, are you in a geographical area? Are you able to go outside of, let's say, the Merrik area? How far are you able to kind of bring your business?
Yeah, well, residentially, I'll go. I mean, I typically handle, if you're familiar with Long Island, I go from Elmont to Bayshore, if you will, like the entire South Shore of Long Island.
Sure.
Commercially, I can go anywhere in the country. If I wanted to fly cruise down to Dallas and paint, buildings, I could do that if I wanted. Typically, that's not something I would do, but certainly tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, New York metro area, we go where the business demand is.
Interesting. Quick question, how has the COVID world coming into it, getting out of it, going back into it, how has that affected, or how have you pivoted, if I should say, in the business because of that?
Well, we adapt as need be, right? As needs be. Things are relaxing a little bit, but certainly in the beginning, I mean, we are wearing gloves, we're wearing masks, we are wearing booties, we're wiping things down with disinfectant Clorox wipes. We carefully back out of a home when we're done wiping everything as we head out. And that's, that was in the throes of it. It was very difficult in the beginning. I mean, in New York State, we were shut down for a number of months. It made 2020 a very difficult year, challenging in the marketplace, challenging financially, but, it's a solid base. So, a lot of our business is repeat business. So people that know us continue to have us back because they appreciate the level of certainty that we bring to a project.
Sure. Now, BC Solutions has had the privilege to work with you for a period of time and continues to work with you. And we really enjoy the relationship. We enjoy the working relationship because you, and I give you the compliment, of very much on top of your game. You're very well educated in the industry. You're very well respected in the industry. And it's nice to work with someone who has, I like to say, their doctorate in what they do. You really do kind of bring a full well-rounded aspect into a potential job. As I said, or as you said, you handle a multi-level construction work inside of what, not just painting or stripping paint, but you're able to handle a ton of different aspects inside of that. And it just has been a privilege to work with you and work for you, I should say. And the culmination of the partnership has just continued to engulf itself and mold itself and create a real well-rounded atmosphere. How has it been working with BC?
Well, with BC has been great. I mean, you guys have really helped mold my image online through LinkedIn, dramatically expanded my connections and the opportunities for me to build my commercial business, which is really what I need to do. And residential is fairly straightforward. Commercial is a lot more complicated. It's a lot more strategic. It takes a lot more time, takes a lot more effort, takes a lot more direct connections to build relationships over time. And your contribution to that has been invaluable. Thank you.
We look to work with you for many years to come. We'd like to be there well past when the paint dries.
Let's hope so.
Yes, yes. I want to leave with one thing, and I ask you this, and if you were to do a leave behind, if you were to do something that you'd like to leave that's, excuse the pun, sticky for the audience to hear now, what would you like them to know about you, about CertaPro of Merrik, and something that's really unique within what you and who you are?
Well, the paint contracting business or industry is very segmented. There's a lot of guys that paint. But I like to tell people there are painters and there are schmearers. There's a difference between the two. For a schmearer, it's all about paint. Give me the paint. I'll paint the walls. I'll paint the ceiling. I'll paint the trim. I'll paint the windows. I'll paint the doors. Paint, paint, paint. For them, it's about paint. For painters, painting is really secondary. Yes, you have to do it, and you have to do it well, and you have to do it carefully. But what's really important is the preparation of the substrate, right? What is it that we're painting? What condition is it in? Is it sheetrock? Is it wood? Is it vinyl? Is it metal? Is it masonry? Is it plaster? What condition is it in? What do we have to do to properly prepare it to be optimally coated to last today, tomorrow, next year, the year after? That's the most important thing, right? So we are painters. That is the thing that we do when we come and do an estimate, when we evaluate what it is that needs to be coated, what it is, what's your goal as the client, what do you want to achieve? Then we're going to tell you what you need to do to achieve that, and obviously what it's going to cost. We can go a couple of different ways. We give you options always, but optimally it's A, then B, then C. That's why there's certain estimates. Someone says, this is what I want. I say, okay, fine, this is what it is. And then someone comes back to me and says, well, this guy can do it for less. I go, well, okay, but what's this guy proposing to do? Because this guy's not proposing to do what we're proposing to do. If you want me to do what he's doing, okay, no problem. I can charge you what he's charging you, but you're not going to get to where you need to go.
Sure, it's not an apples to apples.
Exactly right. The other thing is we're very client and customer focused and facing, right? We understand that a painting project can be very intrusive, can be very stressful, not so much in a commercial setting, but certainly in a residential setting, right? And we're very sensitive to that. We want to take care of your home the way we would take care of our home, and when you have somebody in your house covering everything in plastic, moving everything around, you're losing the use of certain aspects of your home. If you have that plus 3 thugs with paintbrushes in your house, that really doesn't make for a very positive experience. And we try to make the experience as positive as possible so that when we're done, it's not only a good paint job, but you say, wow, that was really a nice experience, and I wouldn't hesitate to do that again. And that's really important to us.
That's a compliment. It's a compliment to you and your staff, and obviously, your mission statement of what you look to go through when you visit with a new client and open up a relationship and continue to build through that relationship.
Yeah.
Listen, I thank you for taking some time today. I thank you for sitting with us and speaking and letting the world know about you and about CertaPro of Merrik. How would they find you? Tell us how would you like them to find you?
Well, they can find me a number of ways. We're online. The website is CertaPro.com/Merrik. They can find me, Ralph Schwartz, or CertaPro Merrik on LinkedIn. They can find us on Facebook. They can call me directly, even if they want it. I mean, I have no problem giving out my cell phone number. It's 516-551-3678. If they want something a little bit more formal, they can certainly call the office, 516-705-8266. We're accessible in any way we can be for anyone who wants to avail themselves of our service.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much again for taking the time today. And if anyone out there gets an opportunity, please do give Ralph Schwartz a strong due diligence. Take a look at his profile on LinkedIn. I think it'll answer many questions. Give him a call if you're looking on the commercial or the residential side for quality work done right. I would definitely strongly recommend Ralph. Ralph, thanks again for taking the time today. And as always, it's good to be working with someone like you, and it's always good to be seen.
It's great to have you working with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.